13 News Now at 11 is back, and joining me this evening to talk more about this unprecedented announcement from President Biden today is political analyst Leslie Caughell from Virginia Wesleyan University. Leslie, I think everybody's just asking what's next at this point.
We'll wait on the DNC to tell us what the process will look like for replacing Biden on the top of the ticket. I would imagine within the next few days, they'll let us know what the policies that they are using to guide them and the procedures they're going to implement are.
Well, the president has endorsed Vice President Kamala Harris. She issued a statement saying she plans to earn and win the nomination. So is anything standing in her way?
Right now, not at all. We've certainly not seen anybody throw their hat in the ring and say they're going to attempt to contest this. And one of the things that we saw very quickly was Democratic Party leaders and people at the head of the party at the DNC really say that they supported Kamala Harris. So right now, it seems like all the forward momentum is behind the vice president.
And if it is Harris, what kind of candidate should she look for in her choice for VP?
You know, I think one of the things you're likely to see is her pick somebody who presents as more moderate, likely from a different part of the country than she's from. I think it's not going to take very long for the Republican campaign to try to paint her as a California liberal and far too progressive for the United States, just generally. So I think you would probably imagine she picks somebody from maybe the Midwest or somebody who is more likely to kind of embody kind of the more conservative aspect or kind of the conservative part of the Democratic Party than she does.
So would you say the still moderate suburban female vote is up for grabs at this point?
You know, I think the Trump campaign has not focused a lot on that vote, and they don't seem to be really relying on it for their electoral victory, but certainly the Democrats are focused on getting those people out to vote and worried that what they've done is lost their support. So for Democrats, I think that is at the top of the mind.
And what would a Harris candidacy do to shake up the electoral map compared to what we've seen recently with the potential Biden candidacy?
If you're a Democrat right now looking at the polling numbers in Virginia, I think you're apoplectic, right? The idea that Virginia could even be in play would have been completely unfathomable 6 months ago even. So I think one of the things the Harris campaign does is makes it seem like we might see a pullback from, you know, this more competitive race in Virginia because Biden had such historically low support. And even among Democrats, I think I've seen some polls that say 80% of Democrats wanted to see him off the ticket and didn't think he was competent to run. So I think likely what you'll see is Democrats feeling like they've shored up support in Virginia, and that's no longer as competitive as it once was feared to be.
Well, it has been, what, a couple decades since a Republican president won Virginia?
Absolutely.
Okay. As a political science professor, you know well about history. What are the history books going to say about President Biden?
I think one of the things that you're going to see the history books note is the major legislative accomplishments he's had in his short administration or in this first term: gun control, climate change regulation, health care legislation, semiconductor legislation, infrastructure legislation. Given the tight numbers that he's had in terms of congressional control, they've actually gotten a lot done.
Leslie Caughell, we appreciate you coming on tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you. And as we follow this developing story, we will continue having conversations to understand the latest political impacts like the one you just heard. If you have any questions you want answered, just reach out to me at 13 Dan Kennedy on X.